We want to turn now to another big story we're following tonight. It's been a year since a 36-year-old Muskegon County man seemed to just disappear. Still, there are no answers as to what happened to him. Tonight, 24-Hour News 8's Barton Dieters talks with the father of that man who is once again turning to the public and asking for help in finding answers as to what happened to his son. Barton.
Well, Leon, a father of 5, a brother and a son, Justin Lee Holt was 35 when he simply vanished, leaving no clues as to his disappearance and leaving police and his loved ones to wonder.
His shoes were here, his jacket was here, his glasses, his cigarettes, and they says, well, he probably walked away. He didn't walk away.
Justin Holt had spent the holidays with his family, his mother, his 2 brothers, and the man who raised him from infancy. On January 3rd of last year, Holt was supposed to take his mom to the store, but he didn't show, sending family to his home here near Clear Lake in northern Muskegon County.
He was self-reliant. He didn't depend on other people. He was totally independent.
Holt is described as a free spirit, self-employed, selling bait, exotic animals, more than 100 snakes, and his own inventions. He had years' worth of food stored up and was also a black belt in karate.
But he was a go-getter, and as of January 3rd, he is vanished.
As a half-foot of snow fell, family, community members, tracking dogs, dozens of people searched the area using helicopters and made 3 dives into the lake to look for his body. But it was the father, Patrick, who discovered droplets of blood in his son's driveway that tests showed belonged to Justin. Patrick believes his son has been murdered.
He's gone.
He would have contacted you in some way.
Oh boy, would he.
Muskegon County investigators have questioned and polygraphed people from several states, but there have been no leads, and they say, for now, they're at a dead end. The dad says he is constantly on the lookout for his son, but to no avail.
I can't stop looking over my shoulder. I'm sorry.
Patrick said all his son is slowly fading away.
Everything's gone that he accomplished in life. You know, so I'd like to get closure and, find out where he went.
Patrick makes this plea to the people who know what happened.
We need closure, find it in your heart, just to call silent observers, We'd appreciate it.
We have information at woodtv.com for contacting Muskegon detectives or silent observer if you know anything at all. In studio control, Barton Dieters, 24-Hour News 8.